Hello coin collectors out there, welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. This video is going to feature the 1964 Kennedy half dollar. But before we get into that, I want to give two special thank yous. One, thank you to all the people who commented on the video I posted yesterday about the Mercury dime. Got a lot of great feedback about how educational and how informative that video was. So thank you very much. That's great encouragement for me to keep up the high quality work here on the Big D Coins channel. The second thank you is to all of our military members, all of our soldiers out there. I'm recording this video on Memorial Day 2018, so a special thank you to start this video for that. And now let's get into the coins. So on the left we have a Ben Franklin half dollar dated 1963. On the right we have a Kennedy half dollar dated 1964. So as you can see, there was a transition there. The Ben Franklin half dollar was made from 1948 until 1963. Then unfortunately, November 22nd, 1963, Kennedy was assassinated, and they decided to memorialize him by putting him on the half dollar. So they had a rather quick turnaround. He was assassinated in November, and by the following year, they had been producing many millions of Kennedy half dollars. Now that might have led to the reason why there are 18 different error coins noted for the 1964 Kennedy half dollar in the Cherry Picker's Guide to Rare Die Varieties of United States Coins. So there are a lot of error coins out there for the 1964 Kennedy half dollar that we're going to get into a little bit later in the video. Before we do that, I wanted to give you some background on the Kennedy half dollar, especially the silver content and the mintages, which people seem to be very interested in. So 1964 Kennedy half dollar is going to be 90% silver, and then from 1965 until 1970, in some 1976 San Francisco Mint bicentennial half dollars are going to be 40% silver. So 65 to 70 and some special bicentennial half dollars are going to be 40% silver. Then unfortunately, starting in 1971 up until to date, those are just your standard copper nickel clad coins. Now the mintages do vary quite a bit, so let's go through some of those highlights. From 1965 until 1967, the use of mint marks was suspended. So if you're looking for a mint mark on those coins, you're not going to find any. In 1975, there aren't any Kennedy half dollars dated 1975. That's because that's the year the bicentennial coins were authorized. So they started to produce bicentennial half dollars in 1975, and just to get ready for the demand the following year. Now there was a general decline in the production amounts from the very beginning. 1964 was a very high year of production. In fact, there are about 429 million in total of them made in 1964, split almost evenly between the Philadelphia and the Denver Mint. And then it starts to decline all the way to 1976. There's a little bit of a bump up for those bicentennial coins, and then it continues to decline after that. It declined so much in that in 2002 they stopped making these for general circulation. So you might have seen the not intended for circulation designation before on coins. That means that after 2002, these Kennedy half dollars can only be purchased directly from the United States Mint. So the Mint sells them to collectors to kind of fulfill the demand out there for collectors. But they're not going to be produced in mass for circulation. So that's most notable. In 2002, there are just 3 million produced at the Philadelphia and 2.5 million produced at the Denver. That's compared to the previous year, in which there are 20 million produced at the Denver, 19 at the Philadelphia. Now the production levels, the most recent update I've got is 2016, and it's kind of similar, 2 million produced at each mint. Sorry, the lighting kind of washed out a little bit there, but let's keep going. So in 1970, 1987, also very low mintage years because those coins were made just for mint sets in 1970 and 1987. Now let's get into a couple of the error coins for this Kennedy half dollar. keep adjusting the lighting to try and give you a better look at it. So as I said, there are 18 different 1964 Kennedy half-dollar era coins noted in the Cherry Picker's Guide. Most of them are your simple double dies. There's a quadruple die. There's some repunched mint marks. You're going to see those pretty standard on all of the coins. Now, having 18 of them is kind of a very, very concentrated amount, a very high amount for one particular year. But there was one other special kind of variety coin that I wanted to mention in 1964, and that is the accented hair. So for some of them in 1964, there's a little bit more detail in the hair right below the part right here. So the best way to see that in your own coin is to either kind of compare what you've got for 1964 to images of the accented hair online, or kind of do a side-by-side comparison, comparing one Kennedy half-dollar to the other. But the thing you want to look for, the accented hair variety, is identifiable by the enhanced hairlines in the central area of the hair, just below the part. However, the easiest way to identify the variety is the weak or broken lower left serif of the eye in Liberty. So if you see a broken eye right here and that little section right there, that's an indicated that it's also going to have the accented hair right there. So check out both of those places. Now this is what your standard reverse is going to look like. The mint mark is going to be located right down here. So the mint mark located right there. This one happens to be from the Denver Mint. All right, everyone, that's all I've got for the 1964 Kennedy half-dollars. I'll kind of skip going into the nitty-gritty of the prices in the kind of grading system, as this video is kind of already long enough. But if you want to get more details about the grading and the price of high-graded 1964 Kennedy half-dollars, check out the PCGS Price Guide website. So you can get there by just Googling PCGS Price Guide and then Kennedy half-dollars, and then it will take you right there, and you can see kind of the values of the higher graded, like mint state 66, 67, 68, and you'll see that there are quite some valuable ones out there. All right, everyone, thank you very much for watching. Best of luck coin collecting out there. Take care. Enjoy.